Hello there, I'm your friend Teacher Sam. Welcome to a world where learning English is just a podcast away. Today, we delve into an innovative and exciting method of polishing your English listening skills, the power of podcasts. You see, understanding English isn't simply about memorizing grammar rules or expanding your vocabulary. It's about training your ears to the rhythm, the nuances, and the melody of the language. And what better way to do this than through podcasts? They're versatile, accessible, and offer a broad range of topics to choose from. Whether you're into science, history, or pop culture, there's a podcast out there for you. Not only do they make learning English enjoyable, but they also allow you to immerse yourself in various accents and speaking speeds. In this video, we will walk through a step-by-step process on how to use podcasts to better your English listening skills. The first step in using podcasts to improve English listening skills involves choosing the right podcast. Now, you may wonder, what makes a podcast right for English learning? Well, there's a smorgasbord of podcasts out there, each unique in its own way. But here's the trick. To effectively improve your English listening skills, you need to find a podcast that is interesting to you and employs clear, slow English. Imagine you're a food enthusiast. A podcast that discusses the art of cooking, new recipes, or the history of different cuisines would be a perfect fit for you. This way, not only will you be learning English, but also gaining knowledge about something you love. On the other hand, let's say you enjoy science fiction. A podcast that narrates sci-fi stories or analyzes sci-fi books and movies would be your cup of tea. Learning English while indulging in your passion makes the process enjoyable, and you're more likely to stick with it. However, interest alone is not enough. The podcast should also use clear, slow English. This means the speakers articulate their words well and maintain a pace that's comfortable for non-native English speakers. It's like learning to ride a bike. You don't start on a racing bike, do you? You start with a bike that's easy to balance and ride. The same goes for choosing a podcast. Remember, the best podcast for you is one that you find interesting and can understand most of. Once you've chosen a podcast, the next step is regular listening. Now, why is consistency so crucial in this journey? Just like training for a marathon, improving your language skills requires regular practice. And in this case, the practice is listening. The beauty of podcasts is that they allow you to immerse yourself in the English language, no matter where you are. Whether you're cooking dinner, commuting to work, or winding down before bed, you can tune into your chosen podcast and soak up the English language. Regular exposure to English helps you to naturally pick up new vocabulary and phrases. You'll begin to understand different accents and dialects. Over time, you'll notice your comprehension skills improving, and you'll find it easier to follow along in conversations. In short, frequent listening to English podcasts is like keeping your brain in the language gym. So remember, consistency is key. Make sure to listen to your chosen podcast regularly. Listening passively won't be much of help. Active listening is what we need to aim for. What exactly is active listening, you ask? Well, it's about fully engaging in what you're hearing, not just letting the words wash over you, but truly tuning in, making sense of them, and even interacting with them. When you're listening to English podcasts, active listening is your best friend. Now, how do you practice active listening with podcasts? Here are some techniques to consider. First, try taking notes while you listen. Jot down new vocabulary, interesting phrases, or anything else that catches your ear. This will help you remember what you've learned and give you a chance to review later. Second, don't hesitate to pause and rewind. If something doesn't make sense, or if you miss a word, go back and listen again. Podcasts aren't live radio. You have the freedom to control the pace. Third, look up unknown words. If you stumble upon a word you don't recognize, take a moment to look it up. Understanding every word isn't necessary, but expanding your vocabulary will enhance your comprehension over time. Remember, the goal isn't to understand every single word. The goal is to improve your English listening skills, and active listening is the perfect tool for that. It might seem a bit challenging at first, but with consistency, you'll see a notable improvement. Active listening is the key to getting the most out of your podcast listening experience. After listening comes reviewing and practicing. This is where the magic happens, where we take what we've absorbed and apply it actively to reinforce our learning. Think of it like this. You're a sculptor, and each podcast episode is a new block of marble. Your job is to shape it, to craft something beautiful from it. Start by repeating phrases or sentences you heard in the podcasts. Say them out loud. Feel the rhythm of the words, the way they fit together. Then, use newly learned vocabulary in your own sentences. This is not just about memorizing words, it's about understanding their context, their nuances. And don't forget, conversation is key. Discuss podcast topics with friends or language partners. Engage in debates, share your thoughts, ask questions. This will not only help with comprehension, but also with fluency and confidence. Reviewing and practicing what you've learned will cement the knowledge and improve your English listening skills. So there you have it, a step-by-step guide on how to improve your English listening skills with podcasts. We kicked off this journey by exploring how to choose the right podcasts. Remember, it's about finding content that resonates with you and matches your current language proficiency level. Next, we emphasized the value of regular listening. Consistency is key in language acquisition, and podcasts offer a convenient and enjoyable way to incorporate English into your daily routine. We then moved on to active listening, which involves more than just hearing the words. It's about understanding the context, recognizing the nuances, and engaging with the content. Finally, we rounded things off with the importance of review and practice. Keep revisiting the material, take notes, and try to apply what you've learned in your everyday conversations. Now, it's over to you. Start your podcast listening journey today and witness how it transforms your English listening skills. Remember, improving English listening skills is a journey, but with podcasts, it can be a fun and engaging one. Happy listening.